Yeah, let's make them repairable again.
Hi, this is a short presentation of the diag systems that I've been developing and even selling for years for Maserati Biturbo injection cars that have the ignition distributor. It's not about static ignition versions like Ghibli or QP4. This is the Biturbo ignition monitor that I've been selling for 7 years now. There will be a link to the forum post, my post, where I'm describing shortly what it does and how to order it. So this thing is actually basically the EPROM that you replace in the ignition box, and it comes with this screen. It's mainly a full rewrite of the firmware inside the ignition box, so it's much more reliable, fast, and of course it features this diag system. Initially, the ignition box has the diagnostic feature that you can plug. You can connect in Maserati diag box. I don't remember what's the name, but it's so inefficient that the Maserati removed the connector, diag connector on the ignition box on the Ghibli. On the first Ghibli non-ABS that still had the ignition distributor. So I recently also finished developing the. It's not in the. It's not finished as a product, but I'm just showing what it is. For the injection box, because the problem with the injection box is that it's extremely complicated inside. The firmware, basically the program of this computer is very complicated, and there are many versions of the EPROMs, and there are even two versions of the boxes. So 2 liter and 2.5 liter 18 valves, they have a different the first generation box that I don't cover for the moment with my modifications, and all the later, so 2.8 and all 24 valves versions are covered, are using the same ECU that I have, so I have a diagnostic system for this. So the for the injection stuff, you basically will need an EPROM that I will be selling, because the initially the stock injection box has a diagnostic output through the serial port, but I was unable to use it to understand how it works. It's very strange. Even though I disassembled the full firmware, I don't understand how to connect to this thing. So I decided to just modify the remove this stock diag code and replace with my own, which is very simple, light, and it just sends many main parameters outside. Then we need a converter, serial to USB converter that you plug into your computer. The stuff works only on the PC and the Windows because of the software. So I'm going to just switch the key on and connect to the stuff. So this thing will require the Tuner Pro RT version of the software, which is has a payable license of $39. This is nothing for the for what the software is able to do. And so I just I didn't start the engine. I just put switched the key on,
and you have main parameters. Well, RPM doesn't matter because it stopped, so, but this is the map. So and for example, this is TPS. I'm pressing the gas pedal, so you see it's changing, and these are real temperatures. Battery, CO adjustment pot. These are well, I will talk about this, but this doesn't work. It's just to show that it doesn't work. I also add the injection pulse duration. So this is observed throttle position that is used by it may be useful. The dwell is just to show when it's one, it means that injectors are fully open, so they are saturated basically. And this is injector opening time. Well, it's it depends on the voltage. Well, I can add more parameters, but for now it's just to show. Well, let the phone, yeah. This software allows to have to define your own dashboard, and I will leave open. I won't lock all these configurations because I will have to provide the basic configuration to be able to read parameters that I'm sending through the USB port, and I will provide these basic configurations, but you'll be able to change anything because you will have the commercial version where you can do anything you want. So this version has also so this button is to activate the USB port, but let me show with the mouse. Okay, so but this one also activates the feature that allows you to see when you know the maps what cell is being used at real time while the engine is running. Well, now it's stopped, so the parameters are on, but this is the map of fuel enrichment just after the start. So this is the temperature, water temperature, and this is the number of revolutions, or pairs of revolutions. It doesn't matter. Let's say it's time. Okay, it's very short time after the startup. On the BTIM side, you have also some parameters like the map. Well, I won't explain this, but this allows you to debug the ignition side of the engine, of the management. So now I'm going to start the engine. So you see this map is being used and the time it passes on, and the enrichment is going down. This is the throttle position. I'm accelerating, so it's going up. You see the RPM. This is the map in kilopascals, and this is the pressure. Well, it's just a recalculation, so it's not a real sensor. Temperatures. You see the injection duration, voltage, and well, this position is basically this one with some margin. It's useful when you are adjusting the throttle position, just to know if the ECU is able to catch the position. And well, this as the revolution duration is very long, this ratio between the revolution duration and the injection time is very low, but while you will accelerating, this will tend to go up to 1. So basically this is the system. Okay, I'm going to stop the engine. In the French version of the video, I'm explaining, there's a long second section of the video where I'm explaining in details what is working or not in the system, and it's not because of me, but because of the stock firmware in the injection box. So basically, I can say that this system is usable while the engine is stopped or once it has started. During the cranking and while the engine is trying to start, the thing is so awfully programmed that it's resetting itself all the time. Basically, your engine starts trying to make few combustions, and then in hoping that the RPM will go above 1,000 of RPM. And during this time, while it's going up, it's constantly restarting, rebooting, and the algorithm is shit, total shit. So I was unable to understand how it works while I'm living with this. So it's starting, okay, but you won't be able to debug what is wrong when the engine is cranking and just trying to start, but it's not starting. So basically, statically, while the engine is stopped, you will be able to check that all the sensors show some expected values like temperatures and pressure. And while the engine will be running, you will see if the parameters are as you expect, or you will be told how they should be. So this is already a lot, because the software is very strange. This software is very strange because you can make logs, but you can't see them at real time. Well, or at least I've never found how to do this, because the problem of the software is that there is no documentation and it's very complicated, and it's not very easy to understand. What's the word? So the menus, even the terms used in the menus are not always very clear. I know that it's possible to have logs, but I don't think it's possible to see the log at real time. So you activate this thing that shows all this. It activates this, and then it's stored into a file, and then you are able to replay this file. But I'm not sure you can just have a log with all the values and the cursor, and you browse this as usually in old programming aftermarket ECUs. So, but it's already a lot. And today, so I'm not going to modify. I'm not going to provide a heavily modified injection firmware. I can't test it for different engines because I don't own all these engines. I will just use stock EPROMs. I will clean them up slightly, remove the stock diag, and add my own, and then, well, it will be working as before. But I'm able, of course, to change things. For example, there's a parameter that makes shout every time you start the cat versions of the engines, of these engines. They run a high, like a 3,000 RPM during 20 seconds. It's a totally stupid feature, and I remove this. This is just a byte you have to configure. I can also change this, or some other stuff, but the built-in, for example, the built-in stuff about detecting problems with the engine position sensors, it's a shit. It doesn't work, and I'm unable. I don't want to rewrite this, and I will just leave it alone, and I will even not show these parameters in the file. Well, maybe, yeah, I will, but anyway, it's unusable. So basically, this is it. I will. You can contact me by email, or you can participate in discussions on the Maseratitude forum, because right now I'm still thinking about what to do, what exactly to include in this. Maybe you will have some good ideas. Your contributions are welcome. So I will put all these links, and you can also contact me by email. I don't have Facebook, all this crap. I don't see any difference between contacting me by email or by Facebook. So I'm on this forum, and you also can make comments under the video. Okay. Thanks for watching. Bye.
I forgot to say that I will also provide configuration files with a few main maps and parameters of the injection box. So to recap, for the system you will need to buy a Tuner Pro license. I have no connections with the author, but the good point is that he's still developing the software, and 38 bucks is really cheap for what it is. You will need the EPROM from me that I will sell, because I'm not going to do this for free. I'm not a young, overexcited developer anymore. I don't have to prove anything to anyone. So it's my time, but it's not gonna be expensive. You will need configuration files for Tuner Pro from me with so the packet description, basic dashboard, and few maps and parameters. And you will need this serial to USB converter. So it will be based on, well, these converters they cost $4 or $5 on AliExpress, but you can't use them right away. You need to modify them, because the serial signal comes out from the injection box inverted. So you need to add an inverter. I will be able to sell them. I will, well, not expensive, but I will spend my time, so I will not sell this for the price of the converter. But I will also publish the schematics. Well, it's basically just an inverter to add at the input of the converter. Now, for those who want to tune their engines, I don't suggest to do this. Well, all this setup obviously allows to modify everything, but I don't suggest to use this stock ECUs for the real modified engine, because they are very old and they are slow, and there are lots of algorithms that are absent inside, and you will spend your life on this, and instead of just replacing them with the Max EQ or Haltech or anything you want. But it's certainly very useful, this setup, for those who want to keep stock their engines, their cars, and for those who just need few modifications, like putting different injectors. I can help, because I know how to rescale this kind of stuff. But you need to understand that both, and especially the injection box, were very badly mapped by Maserati. It's really very rough. You know that when you start a cold engine, it's always rough. It's not because of the engine, it's because of the management is so badly mapped. So if you wanna change this to make it smooth, you will spend lots of time on this. So that's why I'm saying it's not really it's not worth of the effort you will do. But still, if there are some enthusiasts who want to change things, I'm ready to help, to disclose parameters and maps. So this time, this is it. Maybe talk to you later.